Let's take a look at a typical atomic explosion. See what happens and find out what there is to be afraid of and what we don't have to fear. First of all, what's our first inkling that an atomic bomb has gone off? That's a tremendous flash of bluish-white light, many times brighter than the sun, and a lot closer to you. Whether the bomb went off 5 or 55 miles away, you'll know that it has gone off by this light, and that you should take immediate action to protect yourself. As soon as that glare fades, you'll see a ball of fire at the point where the explosion occurred. This fireball turns from white to orange, then to a bright red. A brown, smoky-looking cloud soon begins to cover the fireball. This brown cloud rises very rapidly, and a stem of dust shoots up from the ground to meet it. This mushroom stem is made up of pulverized pieces of the ground below, the target. When the head of the cloud reaches very cold air, actual ice crystals form an ice cap over the cloud. The cloud itself is still hot and churning. So the ice flows down over the sides, mixing in through the cloud, eventually turning it pure white in color. This white mushroom, zooming up to 40 or 50,000 feet, may be several miles in diameter and be seen from many miles away. Eventually, the cloud drifts off, and you can't tell it from the other clouds in the sky. Watched from a safe distance, this explosion is one of the most beautiful sights ever seen by man. You're probably saying, so it's beautiful. What makes it so dangerous? Basically, there are only 3 things to think about: blast, heat, and radiation. Let's take a look at each of these in turn. Blast from an atomic explosion is just like blast from any other explosion, except it's larger. The wall of air pressure created by this atomic weapon can hurt you and your equipment. The atomic blast pushes on an obstacle like a building for about 1 second, about 100 times as long as ordinary high explosive. You might say that where ordinary bombs hit a building sharply and let suction pull out the walls, the atomic bomb leans on a building until it pushes it over. The big worry about blast is being in the way of something that's been caught up in it and thrown at you at hundreds of miles per hour. Or it may pick you up and throw you at a building at the same speed.